hope you all had a wonderful time, maybe hunting down some chocolate eggs. Oh my gosh, so much chocolate. And this week in honor of Easter, I'm going to take a look at an Easter special. I wasn't really sure what I was going to talk about, maybe track down an old Greatest Adventure or Superbook title, but as I got together with my family this weekend, they wanted to watch a VeggieTales. So this week I'm going to take a look at an Easter carol.
We sing this tune as flowers bloom and snow melts all away. For spring has sprung and with it comes another Easter day.
The church bells ring and birdies sing a bright cacophony.
I celebrate with tea and cake. It's the British way for me.
Now I have to start by saying that I grew up on VeggieTales. I loved these as a kid, and they still hold a very special place in my nostalgic heart. Now I know that people who didn't grow up with these characters have little love for the talking veggies, but they were just such a huge part of my childhood that I just can't bring myself to hate on them. But now the question is, do they hold up watching them now? Well, yes and no. An Easter carol is an adaptation of a Christmas carol, but transplanted for the holiday of Easter. An interesting choice, but okay, I can roll with that. It features Mr. Nezer as a Scrooge character and has him learn an important lesson about Easter and why it gives us hope. It's also something of a sequel to their earlier Christmas title, The Star of Christmas, and features many of the same characters. The strength of VeggieTales, generally speaking, is its very good storytelling, clever dialogue, and witty characters. Now, this is unfortunately not very much the case for this particular episode of the show. Their usual show, a variety show parody wherein Bob and Larry are the hosts, are in general much better crafted than their specials, which have one story that take up the entire episode. An Easter carol is so painfully, obviously just a Christmas carol in a different setting, horribly rushed, and with a message that beats the viewer painfully over the head. The usual snappy writing is severely lacking in this episode, but there are still some good humor that made me chuckle. Now, the animation, well, VeggieTales has never been a pinnacle of great CGI. Especially today, when CGI is the go-to form for animated media, and companies such as Pixar, Disney, and yes, even DreamWorks are crafting breathtaking masterpieces with the medium, BigIdeas isn't going to win any prizes. And generally speaking, they don't really have to. It's sort of the beauty of using vegetables as your characters. Low-budget animation can be done with less noticeability. I certainly never noticed as a child. But where it does really show its low quality is when they try to animate any character that isn't a vegetable. Enter Hope, the angel character in this Easter special, and, well, you see what I mean. Painfully bad, plasticky looking CGI. Now, this is children's media, so I don't really want to be too hard on it. Also, I love all these characters to bits, so I don't really want to be too hard on it. And I will certainly say that the newer VeggieTales titles are nicer animation-wise. This one is from 2004. And there is something that this Easter special did very, very well. Namely, Hope's voice actress has an amazing voice. And there is an absolutely beautiful segment where Hope sings an amazing song telling the story of Easter. The story of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection is amazingly told by Hope, and that one segment in this special is probably the most powerful part of the entire thing. It also features some absolutely lovely artwork to punctuate. In this short 3 little minutes, this Easter special manages to touch at the heart of why Easter is so important, and that is really amazing. All in all, VeggieTales is a kids show. It's low budget and it's silly. It's cheesy, and it has moral lessons that are sometimes a bit heavy-handed. This particular episode really shows itself as kids' media, even though other episodes shine with much better writing. But no matter what, VeggieTales always has an awful lot of heart, and An Easter Carol is no exception.
Well, the years hurried by, and
And the boy, now a man, could make the blind see with the touch of his hand. He was born to be king, he was rabbi and priest. The best that he had, he gave to the least. He gave to the least.
And that's about it for my Easter video, VeggieTales and Easter Carol. Hope you had a lovely Easter, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe for more. Give me that on Facebook and Twitter. I love your feedback and suggestions. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!